my friends, welcome to this very delicious special edition of New Day Northwest. We are focusing the entire show on filling our bellies. Now, I want to warn you, there may be a few side effects to this show. Symptoms include feeling hungry, happy, and ready to try new things. We are sharing, because sharing is caring, a few of our favorite food segments and hopefully inspire your culinary spirit. First up, we all have a comfort food that we love, that we reach for when we've had enough or we're just tired and we need something familiar. And for me, it's all about the pasta. Now, I've been kind of teased for this pasta by one producer who shall remain nameless, but this is a pasta my Aunt Serena kind of created for me. And basically, it's just rotini pasta, what like you'd use for any sort of pasta salad, but this is usually served hot, although you can pop it out of the refrigerator, serve it cold. 3 ingredients, ladies and gentlemen, that's all you need. So first, you take about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and that really just kind of helps it move around a little bit easier, gives that nice flavor. And again, you don't really need fancy ingredients for it. You can just use whatever you have in the house. Then, after your olive oil, you add about a 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar. Yes, I know it sounds weird, but please do not knock it till you try it. There's like a really yummy bite with the red wine vinegar. And then you add just a ton of Parmesan cheese, like just probably half a can. Again, you don't need the fancy stuff, just the simple in the can or the jug will do. And then you mix it all together. Now you can get fancy with this if you want. One time my sister had tapenade in the fridge, and so she just added the tapenade to it, tapenade, sorry. And then you can add capers to it or some red pepper flakes to make it a little bit more fun. But I'm telling y'all, this is just my favorite thing when I'm having a day, when I'm having a bad week, when it's time for me to eat and I want everyone to go away. I will literally eat this whole bowl. And because I love to share, let's bring in our Hot Topics panel, New Day executive producer Joseph Suttner and producer Susie Wiley, along with Evenings, Jose Cedena. How do you feel about this? What are we feeling?
Well, a question for you. Is that pasta with cheese or cheese with pasta? Because that's a lot of cheese on it.
I mean, the ratio of pasta to cheese, yes, it is. But, I mean, that's really the only ingredient. You only have 3 ingredients, so be generous. What do you think? You like it?
I like it. I mean, I was skeptical about 2 things. I still am about 1. The red wine vinegar I'd never had with the pasta, and I think it's pretty good. It has a great bite. But I will say, I'm a snob, and the green shaker of already done Parmesan cheese. Okay, so now you're doing the right way.
Okay, so now I'm putting some Parmigiano Reggiano on there for you.
I love that.
Just to, make it a little bit nicer.
But actually, pretty good.
I understand now that I've seen you make this recipe why it's good, because have y'all seen that show Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat? The 4 key components to making good food. You've got the salt in the cheese, the fat in the oil, the acid in the vinegar, and then you said serve it hot, so you got all the ingredients for a tasty meal.
He understands me. He understands me. What are your favorite comfort foods, y'all?
Ooh, well, I will start with this. So believe it or not, it's gonna be a veggie hot dog. And the funny part of it is that I'm not vegetarian, but it's an excuse for me to put a bunch of mustard, cut a bunch of onions, and ketchup.
Why veggie? Do you not eat meat?
You know, I do eat meat. I just it feels like it's just tastier in a weird way. I don't know why. Like, my family is very confused about this, but that's my choice, yes.
Suze?
Well, Doritos.
Yes.
But barring that, I do like a pasta too when I want the world to go away, and I take cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, put them in a pan with olive oil and salt, and let them burst.
Okay.
And then I'll throw in starchy pasta and water and basil and make it, and then
Is that what you
cheese.
made for us for Christmas? When you made that Christmas dish? That was delicious. I'm here for it. JoJo?
I would have to say I don't have a sweet tooth. I'm really into savory foods, and I do have my comfort food here. Actually, I love French fries. I could eat French fries all day long, which I might do right now. So.
I love that. I had no idea. See, I love learning new things about y'all. All right, everyone also has a favorite Girl Scout cookie, okay? These are the new Girl Scout cookies that are out. This is the Adventureful. It is an indulgent brownie-inspired cookie with caramel-flavored cream and a hint of sea salt. So, what do we think of this? Yeah?
Let me try it then. Seems a little heavy, but let's go for it.
It's good. I was kind of hoping it was going to be a little bit soft.
Actually, I love the crunch. I think they remind me a little bit of a Thin Mint on the bottom, but then you have that caramel. I'm all in.
I don't think that there's anything that beats an actual Thin Mint, though.
No.
No. I agree
If
with
they
that.
had an air freshener that was like Thin Mint flavored, I would do it. I bet you, Bath and Body Works has that, but they call it like fresh chocolate evening air.
We'll invent one.
I'm embarrassed about the Girl Scout cookies for me because I feel like everyone loves them so much and everyone knows like the names, like the tagalongs and the, you know, all the names they have. And I'm so confused by all of it. I just know I'm like, they all taste good to me. So
That's all that matters.
You know what's tricky for me is that, like, don't you have like coworkers? They have the little girls, and they come to you, and then you buy one box, and it's like, all right, I got one box, and then another coworker comes in, and it's like, my daughter's selling that to me, and you buy another
Right.
box, and then you end
Right.
up with like 6 boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
Right.
Well, and then you mess up because the first time you go, I'll buy, your daughter's sweet, I'll buy like 2-3 boxes.
Yes.
And then the
Right
next,
there.
and then, so anyway,
Yeah.
I ended up like with double that. This is why I always get Thin Mints because you can freeze them and add them to so many things.
Right.
All right, this is something I didn't know till y'all told me about this yesterday. Food delivery drivers are opening up on TikTok about life on the job. The one thing that shocked me is that if you don't, allegedly, if you don't tip ahead of time, so when you order online, you can tip right away or you can tip after. I typically tip after because if you take 30 minutes to get my order, it's gonna affect the tip. So apparently if you don't tip before, they leave your stuff and let it get cold, which only reduces the amount of tipping.
Or they can't. Or you get that message that says they're canceling your order because it sat there for so long. I
So
was actually
what is
shocked about
wrong
this.
with society in this? Like this, I'm like, come on, y'all. When I was a
Wow.
waitress and when I worked in food service, I didn't go, hey, where's the tip up front if you want to get your
Right.
soda pop?
Yes, and you know I was a server too, but I also was a delivery pizza guy at one point.
Oh.
And I will admit that when you have those people that tip you, like, you know, the $4, the $5 ahead, you almost kind of feel like you compromise with them. And the reason is because sometimes the pizza is late and it's not because of you.
Yeah.
Oh, the food is
True.
wrong, it's
Very
not
true.
because of you. So it's almost like they're already saying thank you, even though what you're going through to try to get that food over there.
I get that.
Well,
Okay,
I'm not a
here.
big fan of tipping just in general. I think it should just go away. I think we should just pay what it costs, and the
The
place you're
restaurant.
ordering from should factor all that in just
Yeah.
in the price. I mean,
Agreed.
because some
Yeah.
people are good
I agree.
tippers. I'm sure we all have friends who are bad tippers, and you're like embarrassed to go out with them because they leave such a bad tip.
Yeah.
So
Agreed. We
there
need
was-
a new food model in
Yeah.
that sense.
That's a great idea. Actually, in the last couple seconds, I'll say there was a TikTok that a man who was from Sweden or Germany did this whole funny thing about how he was shocked that we had to pay a tip because of he goes, doesn't your employer provide you with money? Oh
don't
yeah, but
tip,
not enough.
right.
There you have it.